Hello, I'm Clive Davis, the author of Spine Grinder, the movies most critics won't write about, from Head Press. Akira Yoshimura was a Japanese writer, an award-winning one, who died in 2006 at the age of 79. Among his books available in English are Shipwrecks and On Parole. On Parole, along with another short story that sadly has not been translated into English, to my knowledge, were the source material for a film by Shohei Imamura from 1997 called The Eel or Unagi. Shohei Imamura, who coincidentally also died in 2006 at the age of 79, was one of the more interesting of the post-war Japanese new wave filmmakers. Starting off as an assistant director for Yasujiro Ozu, he went on to make some pretty interesting films. Two of my favorites of his are The Pornographers and Vengeance is Mine. He also did the 1983 version of the Ballad of Narayama, which is nowhere near as good as the one from the 50s, to be honest. And he also did the 1989 adaptation of Ibuse's book Black Rain. Actually, that was his film just prior to The Eel. There was a big 8-year gap in the middle there. So, to The Eel. The Eel is actually very different from both the book and the short story which served as inspiration for it. It was filmed in the fantastic prefecture of Chiba. In the film, Koji Yakusho plays a man. These are not spoilers, this is at the very beginning of the film. A man who basically murders his wife and lover, the wife played by Misa Shimizu, in a jealous rage, goes to prison and comes out and basically has to re-assimilate into normal life, which involves going to the fantastic Chiba and helping to reopen and refurbish a barbershop, which is run by a woman, the spitting image of his dead wife, again played by Misa Shimizu. This is a long film, it's 130 minutes long, and the first 100 minutes are, to be honest, a pure joy. It's difficult to really, you can't really, if I just told you what happens, it doesn't sound very exciting at all, but it's absorbing, it's charming, it has this magical atmosphere, particularly the stuff about going eel fishing with a new friend played by the wonderful Makoto Sato. Sato, in an alternative universe, if they'd have done a live-action Lupin the Third film in the 60s, he would have been perfect casting, but unfortunately that never happened, at least not in this parallel universe. There's some other interesting people in the cast. Akira Imoto turns up, a very important part. You got Mitsuko Baisho, Aikawa Sho, and his distinctive voice, Tomoro Taguchi. And like I said, this is all just, I sat back with some wine and cheeses one Saturday night and I just got sucked into this world, these people, and I was really, really enjoying it, thinking, wow, this is going to get a positive review from me. And then, in the last 30 minutes, it kind of descends into this really broad kind of comedy that's just totally unconvincing, inauthentic, got nothing to do with what came before, leading to this disappointing, shiny, happy ending. What I can compare it to is the Itami Juzo film, Mimbo, The Gentle Art of Extortion, which I remember, having read about it being a savage, biting, clever satire on, crooked business practices of the Yakuza finagling their way into corporations and etc. And I thought, oh, I'm in for a treat. And then it's, yeah, again, this bumbling over the top brawl, like Carry On Yakuza or something. No. Unfortunately, that's what happens at the end of the Eel. So, my advice to you is this: watch the Eel for the first 100 minutes, enjoy yourself, and then turn it off.